Here I did make an effort to make it more appealing to the general audience by bringing in a little bit of more of myself into it and things like that to make it look more interesting.
Yeah, actually this is another thing actually, because if you look at the nature of my topic actually is on wireless sensor networks, and this is more of like more technical, mathematics and a lot of things, difficult things actually. That is challenging, because if it is like in the midst of researchers who are on the same area, actually I will find it easy, but what I do is try to relate it to the real life application of what people can see, what they can understand, and what they can, so that they can appreciate the presentation, because otherwise it will be meaningless for them. So if you are presenting a very technical topic, so just try to lower it to the level that, okay, even a layman who have no experience on it can be able to understand. So that's what I always try to do, and then try to use some terms that are of course common for even a layman to understand the topic.
In my own faculty, there are a greater number of people who understand the public policy elements or the human rights elements. So going into an environment where there may be people who focus on science or sport and recreation means that I have to take a couple of steps back. But having said that, public policy is an area that we all live under, and if I can find that one thing that binds us all together in the presentation, then I can bring them into the fold really quickly, and so I don't always see them as that far apart.
Depending on the audience, we'll go more into detail about some key terms like phenomenology or en vivo or VCRA. Some of those terms are not known to people who are in the research field also, because everyone uses different softwares and different philosophies in research. So I emphasized only on those areas. So a bit of definitions and examples and explanations would help to understand, yeah.
That is so, and especially we have this challenge, especially those who are from engineering and computer sciences, because we are dealing a lot with abstract, okay? The question that I always ask myself is, how can I make it, or how can I make the outcome of my research to be consumable to even a layman? So what I always try to do is try to relate it with a concept that people have experience with. For instance, like if I'm talking about collaborative routing, I talk about trust. That is how people trust each other, and then try to relate the concept of like wireless sensor networks. Just imagine like human beings, how we trust each other, how we interact with each other. So that's what I always try to do. Try to relate it to the real life experience, so that at least people can be able to understand. They can even give you some advice actually.
But I think as a researcher, I need to bring myself into this. That is why I put a slide up to show why I'm so passionate about this topic and something that I would like to do for the rest of my research time.
Well, I believe that the research should be written in a way that is accessible for everyone. And in the field of public policy, it's because no one's exempt from it. We all live under policy rules, we all have to pay taxes. Therefore, everything we discuss about it, everything we critique, every argument we make has to be written in a way that we can all understand, because we're all part of it.